Best Black Children's Books, an Ismani Sun Art LLC brand presented by Kushite Publishing. Best Black Children's Books established this platform in response to three significant issues plaguing Black students: lack of representation, lack of interest, and low literacy rates in the Black community. Many illiterate students are slipping through the education system without the essential tools to interpret the world around them. Many students who do not become confident and capable readers within that K through 3 window are left behind and never catch up. Many of those students are Black, and the lack of Black or African American teachers often leads to cultural biases, stigmatizing young Black students. They are typically labeled as incapable of learning and are at a higher risk of being identified as special needs or special education students because of cultural bias. Lack of interest. Kids love reading, but become discouraged when the content does not reflect things that are relatable or interesting. It becomes tiresome to read Black stories when the narratives are always about struggle, historical injustices, present-day depictions of racism, or cautionary tales about drugs and pregnancy. Low literacy rates. A 2017 National Assessment of Educational Progress, NAEP, report found that just 18% of Black 8th graders reach reading proficiency. And in 2015, NAEP found that only 17% of Black 12th graders were proficient at reading. Our brand plans to solve these primary issues with early education and increased access to more representation and parent resources. Early education. Our early education lesson plans and activity books are designed to increase literacy rates for children in grade levels pre-K to 5th grade. Our resources include Black imagery to increase equity and diversity in the classroom and open greater access to more books featuring Black main characters with diverse storylines and unique character arcs. These exciting stories will build confidence and self-esteem and enforce positive representation. Parent resources. Lastly, our solution includes early educational tools and resources for parents to aid in teaching at home for the best head start. Best Black Children's Books, an Ismani Sun Art LLC brand presented by Kushite Publishing, is a small business that designs books and education for Black children. We also aid in helping people discover the best Black children's books and have been successful in assisting indie Black children's book authors to promote their books. Why did we create Best Black Children's Books? This company was created by husband and wife, author-illustrator duo Kashakti Sun and Ismani Sun. After deciding to homeschool their child, they found it challenging to find books and education materials their child could connect to, featuring Black representation. Together, the pair built the Kushite Publishing Company, an indie grassroots platform to boost Black stories and support the early education of children. Together, they have written and illustrated several children's books under the Sun Children Book series and designed unique parent resources and early learning materials for pre-K through 5th grade, focusing on fundamental math, reading, and African American history and culture. The couple is committed to ensuring that every Black child can identify with their learning materials and connect with the Black characters in their books, to create the most positive and optimized opportunity for connection, fun, and learning. We vow to provide representation and have been inspired to make this platform to support our indie Black authors and books that feature Black main characters. Sun Children Books and Education's mission is to make it easy to find the best books and educational products to help your child read and learn early, ensuring your child's future is as bright as the sun. Why is now the prime time for Best Black Children's Books? Today, there is heightened awareness around injustice in the education system, as we can see a rise in trends on social media platforms such as TikTok, where many creators discuss historical issues that are still present today. We consistently see open conversations about critical race theory, the prison pipeline, and racial bias in classrooms. Over 70% of inmates in America's prisons cannot read above a 4th grade level. Additional statistics on low early literacy skills in incarceration. According to the National Assessment of Adult Literacy, 2 out of 3 students who cannot read proficiently by the end of the 4th grade will end up in jail or on welfare. Data from the Prison Policy Initiative reinforces the connection between illiteracy and incarceration by indicating that imprisoned people are far more likely to struggle with essential reading, writing, and computation skills. With this startling information, we must act now to invest in the futures of our youth and discontinue this vicious cycle today. Thus, our target audiences to achieve this goal are schools, parents, and children. Schools are where children learn to find their basic foundation skills in education, as well as their identity as it pertains to social equity and diversity. We must set a racial norm of Black imagery in the classroom so that high self-esteem and confidence become pillars of one's identity and social standing. Parents are a child's first introduction to literacy. Learning to read and write doesn't start in kindergarten or first grade. Developing language and literacy skill begins at birth through everyday loving interactions such as sharing books, telling stories, singing songs, and talking to one another. Children. Early development opens the doors to higher education and more significant opportunities. Investing in children's futures is the best way to disrupt systematic traps and make it possible to become productive, high-standing members of society. Meet the Dream Team. Hi, I'm Isis Jefferson. I'm an artist and illustrator of children's books featuring Black main characters. I also make early education resources for parents while hosting a platform that increases the visibility of other Black indie authors by making it easy to find the best Black children's books. I'm also professionally known as Ismani Sun, a name I created by combining my full name, Isis Imani Jefferson. I profoundly believe in investing in childhood development, literacy, and education. I work hard to achieve my vision of equity, inclusion, and diversity in the classroom. I have garnered many acclaimed awards as an artist, such as the iGART Destination of Art Award, where hundreds viewed my art globally across Europe. Currently, I'm driven in my role as a new mother. I strive to create resources for parents like myself that build the best foundation by offering tools that ensure that children do not fall prey to an unfair educational system. My next professional goal is launching my business, Best Black Children's Books, whose mission is to ensure that every Black child can identify with their learning materials and connect with the Black characters in the books. We hope children learn a love for reading while connecting to the written words and foster a passion for learning. I'm certified in social emotional learning for elementary children, and I'm a traditionally trained artist with skills in digital mediums. I was somewhat of a prodigy, and I have over 20 years of artist experience, but I chose illustration as my preferred medium because I enjoy depicting stories with my work. When I'm not hard at work, working on my passion for investing in the futures of Black youth, I can be found with my husband playing games and singing songs with the youngest addition to my family, my 9-month-old daughter, Tanzania.
Hi, I'm Kashakti, founder of Kushite Publishing and co-founder of Best Black Children's Books. I'm the author of 3 children's books, including 10 Nubian Knots, a bedtime countdown story that encourages self-love and depicts positive imagery of Black families to children K through 1st grade. I write for children of all ages, and my other picture books include Baby Baby Make Music and Summer in Grandpa's Garden. I'm a largely creative person, and I profoundly believe that creativity must be nurtured and encouraged in the early stages of life as creative learning develops the executive functions of the brain. I do believe that early education changes the world, and I use it to inspire and empower young people through my activity workbooks. You can visit me and my wife at kushitepublishing.com. Hope to see you there.
Contact us at info@bestblackchildrensbooks.com. Thank you. We hope you will invest in a Black child's future and increase their opportunities and equity in this ever-changing society and uncertain, unpredictable future.